Okay, I complained about the heat yesterday at like 90 something, and now it's 100 today. This has been Weather Updates with Deborah. Um, I went to church today, got my Jesus on, and it seemed like they're all talking about how to serve people, which is awesome. I need to do more of that because I look very much inwardly. And when you look inwardly, it's pretty shallow. There's a difference between like self-love and just self-gratification. And I need to find a balance where it's like self-love and like half my eyebrow fell off. And being able to also be very much available to serve those around me. And so we have 3 hours of church every Sunday. It's pretty intense just because I have 3 little kids. And the first hour of church, you sit for an hour and like people give talks, or sometimes when it's the first Sunday of the month, like it's an open pulpit. Anybody can go up there and bear their testimony. And usually my kids do really good just sitting there, and I have snacks and, little coloring books, but they went to bed late last night, and two of them were melting. Like the one that usually is more like upset about sitting for an hour was just like doing perfect, and the other two that usually are pretty great were just like beyond belief, like I am done. And then I was like losing my cool because I'm like, just make it through this. I want to listen to these talks. I want to feel, uplifted. But then I have kids, like my oldest kid ended before he went to his primary. I screwed up my hair. Crying because he didn't know if there was a cure for rabies. I have no idea where that came from. Like, why are you thinking about rabies in church? So we had to explain to him, yeah, just go to the doctors, and dogs get shots so they don't get rabies. And so like in the middle of this, like I'm losing my cool. I'm losing my peace because these kids are like climbing all over me. I'm wearing a dress and leggings and a shirt. I was fully dressed in church. Imagine that. And like my little boy, whose birthday is today, he's 4 years old, but he kept on like climbing into my lap and like just wanting to like just wiggle all around and just like flip everywhere, and just like he can't get comfortable, like he's trying to fall asleep. I'm like, it's hot. You're touching me and you're rolling all over me, and we're in this tiny little, bench, and there's 5 of us on it, and it's just like, stop touching me. I'm like losing my cool. My husband reaches over and he says quietly, like, happiness takes continual persistence and diligence, or something like that. And it made me stop. It made me really think, like, about this whole happiness thing, about my happiness journey, that I'm going to have to work my butt off for this. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to come naturally. It's going to be hard most days. And that then after, there was a speaker, and he was saying how, you can't start in the middle of something and expect to have like no bumps, no like nothing screwing you up. You have to start at the beginning, and you have to start small until you have the strength to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and like take on bigger things and do bigger things. And it dawned on me also that I'm expecting, like in my head, I'm like, oh, this happiness thing is going to be so easy. I'm going to just glide right through it. And it's not. I'm one of those people that's like all or nothing. That's why I'd fail at a lot of things, because I'm like, I start and I'm like, I know my end goal. I know where I'm going to be going. I know where I want to be like right now. And taking those little steps and like building up my stamina, I hate it. I have no patience because I'm like, no, that's not, I don't want to be here still. I want to be to the end. And that's not how life works. You have to start at the beginning and you have to start small so you can get used to it and build up. And so that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try starting small and building up and pressing forward when it sucks. And I hope that I can stay diligent in uploading you guys on this journey. I wanted to do something like 100 Days of Happiness, where I do like 100 videos in a row, whether I like it or not, and come on here and say what made me happy. Until it becomes a habit of just seeking out what makes me happy every day, because I have to make a video. And then it becomes a habit of, if I'm having a crappy day, to look for something that makes me happy. Or if I'm having a great day, of just letting that just expand and just, you know. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be trying. It's going to be the point where, I mean, I'm trying to like give myself realistic expectations of this, of like, yeah, this isn't going to be a walk in the park. It's not going to be easy, fun, a happy-go-lucky time most of the time. But then it will get easier as I go and be diligent and persist and remember, as my beautiful sign-off, things will get better, and dogs will always bark. That's Daisy. Shout out to you, Daisy. You're a good dog. So that's where my brain is. I'm gonna do this. I'm really considering doing 100 Days of Happiness, starting tomorrow. Seeing if I can make through it. So thanks for watching. Shout out to my one commenter. I remember last name is Sales. Sherry, is that it? Oh my goodness, no. I hope I'm saying it right. Because I know it was S and then Sales. There was like a beginning name and then Sales, because I remember that because I'm like, ooh, sales. I love garage sales. I need to talk about that because I had to give up garage sales. And I loved all her comments, because that gave me life. I'm like, look, someone actually is watching like my videos. I could probably build up a community that I used to have and then killed because I never committed to it. So, shout out to you for reviving my interest, and let's do this. Even if it's just you and me, we can do this. We will find others. They will come to us. And if they don't, we will be a very strong team of two. And there's a wasp in my window I have to go kill.